Hi friends, I am Guru Manikandan. This is my student Vishal. Today I am going to talk about Filipino Kyushu martial art. I am going to explain the concept of Filipino Kyushu martial art. I already explained some principles like center line and elbows in and also absorption. Now I am going to explain a little deeper about the concept of Filipino Kyushu martial art. You all know Filipino martial arts, right? The Filipino Kyushu is little different than Filipino martial arts. We do little different in Filipino Kyushu, which will keep you close to the opponent. Okay, we'll show you from basics. I will explain the basics in the Filipino Kyushu. Then I will go a little bit more. Okay, from first, in Filipino Kyushu, we are not going to use our power. We are going to use the energy, and we have to make our body close contact to the opponent. And we have to break the opponent's center line. There are a lot of principles are there in Filipino martial arts. You have to follow everything together, otherwise you cannot fight efficiently. If you not follow all the principles, then you have to use your muscles. Okay, you have to use your muscles. It may not work against the skillful opponent. So it's like this. If your opponent is here, when it touches itself, or if he touches you, you must know where the energy is going. Okay, if he is trying to push me, okay, then when he is touching itself, I can feel the energy is going towards this way. Okay, so I should just let it go. I should not fight with the energy. You can see his weight and my weight. I cannot fight with the power, right? I should fight with my energy only. If I resist, you push me, he will definitely push me because he is more heavier than me, right? Fight against the power. If you are too heavy and your opponent is less weight, then you can try fighting with the power. But if he is skilled in different martial art like this, which is using the energy, then it may be trouble fight. So I'm going to explain how to use the energy flow in basics, energy flow. Then I will go for the central line techniques and how to unbalance your opponent and everything. First thing, when you touch from here, you can feel the energy of your opponent. Okay, you can push him back and forward and feel the energy. So now he is cooperating. Okay, obviously he is cooperating. You may think that opponent will not cooperate you in the real fight. We are not doing real fight here. Okay, real fight I am not going to do this, right? Okay, so I am just showing you how to practice the energy flow. When I am moving this, I am just feeling his whole body weight is going back. The energy is going back. Now energy is coming forward. Okay, if I'm not doing, the opponent is doing himself, I mean he's leaning forward on you, so I'm holding him. Now I can feel that his energy is coming towards me, right? So I can just not resist this, I just let him go with that. Okay, because his body energy is coming this way, so I just let him go. Another example, if he is pushing me, I don't resist here with both arms. Wait, come on. If I resist, I will definitely go back. Come on. So I go with him. See, he's also coming with me. So after that, I can easily attack from there. Again, go. See, from here, I am attacking with the shoulder to his face. Then I go here. Then I go here. Okay, I'm just keeping him with me, and I'm gonna give a lot of attacks continuously. Okay. The other thing I have to mention that you should not leave your opponent from your hand. Once you get him. Okay. It's like playing with a ball, playing with some object. If you have something in your hand, you can just play with it however you want, right? If the object is not in your hand, you cannot play with that. It's a simple example. And another example is, it's like your own body. You can move your hand however you want. You can move your hip however you want, right? The head, you can move however you want. But him, I cannot operate, correct? Until I touch him. Okay, if I touch him, I can bring him inside. I can push him back. Okay, you must know how to control your opponent once you touch him. Okay, anywhere if you touch. Okay, so this is what you have to learn from the Filipino Kyushu martial art. It's very fantastic martial arts. I learned this Filipino Kyushu from Master G.M. Angelo, who is living in England. So I traveled there and trained with him 3 years, not continuously. I traveled 3 times and trained with him. So it's very beautiful art. Next thing is center line. Okay, to understand that, I will tell you this. Punch, when your opponent is punching, you are blocking first, right? After block, you go forward. Okay, I'm just explaining. I'm not explaining this is how you have to fight. I'm just explaining the concept. Okay, now his center line is here. I have to push like this. I'm not giving any effort, and he is not cooperating here. Okay, I'm just moving my body. I'm not pushing with the power. This is power. I'm using my arm, and I'm giving him space. Okay, he can use that. Okay, just move out and come. Yeah, he can come. Okay. Okay. If I do this, now my body is closer. Okay. If you try to do something, I can go close more. Okay. From here, I'll just attack. I'm not going to stop there first of all. I'm just explaining. If you are too close, it will be easy for you to fight back. Okay. And also you will be in more control when you are in close distance. Punch me right. Okay. Punch. See, I'm going here. Okay. This is his center line. Okay. You have to make the center line. You are controlling him. He cannot turn back. Okay. He cannot turn back. Okay. He is heavy. I am not heavy. Okay. Try to turn back. He cannot. I am not using my power. I'm just stay put. That's it. I'm just staying. He cannot turn, right? I'm just going to attack from here. He can do this. Drop the hand and come back with the other hand. Other hand, right? Drop the hand. See, when he drop the hand itself, I can go for the next technique. If I do the energy flow. Okay. If I know where his energy is going. Okay, this is the center line. You have to know the center line. And other thing is absorption. I already explained that in another video. I'll also explain it a little bit. So when he punch me, when he block itself, I have to absorb his energy. So this is coming towards this way. So I can just, okay, if he's giving his full power. Okay, in a real fight, there are different types of opponent. One can throw the punch with his whole body. One can stand and throw the punch with stability. Okay, one can punch and come back like karate punch. Okay, whatever it is, you have to stand. First thing, you have to stand in the proper distance where your opponent should come forward and do the jab or punch or kick, anything. Okay, do the jab. Okay. Okay, so you have to move from the line first. When you block, you're moving from the line. Now you absorb the hand. First thing, I told 3 types of opponent. This is first one, giving the body to you. Okay, full force he is giving. So you can just use it. You can just use the energy, and when you go forward, you can just attack. Second opponent is just standing and punching with the control. Okay, he's not going to come forward. Stand there. Stand. Okay, if I pull him, he's not going to come forward. Okay, stay there. Okay, strong, stay. Yeah, it's not going to come forward. The another opponent, he may be like that. Maybe he trained in different martial art like boxing or anything. Still, I'm just explaining. You can think about a lot of different questions. Why he has to start with one punch? Okay, I'll go for that next. Okay, punch. So I come here, come close. Okay, that's it. Okay, I did the same technique from the first. This is second. Then the third one is like karate punch. It's gonna punch and come back. Okay, it's snap punch. Okay, snap punch. The same thing I'm doing. All the 3 times I'm doing the same thing. First time what I did is he's moving his body, and I take the energy, and he did 100% of his movement towards me. Okay. The second punch, he's tough and stable. Now he is not coming even 1%. Okay, so I have to go 100% from here. Okay, the third one is same. Okay, he's doing snap punch. I cannot stand here. The second punch will come here. Okay, do 1 and 2. 1, 2. Yeah, he's going to come here. Okay, do 1 and 2. Okay, now in the 1 itself you have to enter. Again, you are doing 100%. He's doing nothing. Okay, so according to your opponent, you have to decide how much percentage you have to move, and how much percentage you have to make your opponent move, or he is moving. Okay, so it can be 100% of you and 0% of him, or 100% of him and 0% of you, or 50-50 or 70-30, like that. It may be different way according to your opponent. Okay, his skill level and his body weight and everything. So this is another thing from the Filipino Kyushu you can learn. And Kyushu means pressure point. You all know that. Okay. we may think that pressure points attack may not work in real fight. Okay, you don't have to depend on that. You can always you try whatever you can do. Okay, it's not working, no problem. You can go further. Mostly it will work in a real situation. You can do the pressure point attack. Okay, for example, there's a pressure point here. Okay, it's called mental now, and there are pressure point here in the here. Okay, and here there is a pressure point. Okay, and here there is a pressure point. Okay, you are not going to target that first. You don't keep in mind that I'm going to hit here, I'm going to hit here like that. Your opponent has to decide what you have to do. Okay, he will decide what you have to do because he will move according. He will move how he wants to attack you. That time you have to see the opportunity, what opportunity he is giving you. Then you have to work accordingly. But you have to be fast. First attack may not be the proper technique, but the thing you have to maintain is the center line. Okay, punch me, correct, punch. This one, I'm concentrating on breaking the posture, that's it. I'm not going to concentrate on the first vital point. It has to be the one single attack knock out like that. Okay, I just block, then go for the punch. It may be in the proper mental now, or it may go here, because in real fight, opponent will not cooperate like this, right? So it may be here or here. I'm not going to stop there. For one here, two here, three here, like the four. Okay, I'm going to kick, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to choke. Okay, we are going to do continuously something. Okay, the opponent is not going to stand. You're not going to let your opponent stand in one place. If you let him stand in one place with the posture, then he will try something. He may not, the trained person. Okay, for example, I'll tell you, you try to do something when he does. Okay, when he attack, you also try to attack. Okay, I'm doing this. See, because he hit me because his posture was perfect. Okay, do the same thing again. Okay, now I broke his posture, so he didn't reach me, right? I can go further. Here, from here, understood? So everything should be fast. Your action should be fast, and you should know the line. Okay, center line of your opponent and yours, posture of yours and your opponent. Okay, and absorption. Okay, how to absorb your opponent's energy. Okay, if he knows the energy flow, then you have to work accordingly. Okay, it's like tiger versus tiger. Okay, if he is doing the energy flow and you are also doing the energy flow, he will move easily. Then you have to move accordingly. Okay, you cannot fight with power there because already he is doing energy flow. Okay. Other thing I have to explain is unbalance your opponent. Okay, how to unbalance your opponent. It's like you must know what are the points, unbalancing point when your opponent is standing in different stances. Okay, you stand like this. If you're standing like this, shoulder level stance, then this back and front is the unbalancing point. See, when I push, he's going back. When I pull, he's coming forward, right? You cannot stand there. Okay, I cannot do this and this. Stand straight, steady. See, I cannot do this. You can be stable there. Okay. If he is in the kibedachi, like karate stance, kibedachi, the same thing. I can push back or pull him forward. Like this, forward stance, like Zenbutsu dachi or boxing stance or whatever. Okay, now the unbalancing point will be 45 degrees behind and forward. Okay, I can take him this way. Okay, come back again. I can take him this way. Okay, so I cannot push him forward and back. It will be difficult to do that. Okay, but this side and this side. If you practice a lot and know how to flow with the energy, when you attack, when your opponent is attacked, then you already know which stance he is staying. Okay, I'll just show this. Okay, I'm not going to let him go. As I told you, it's an object. I should have it in my hand. If I just let him go, he's going to come with a different attack. Or he may throw a stone or something. He may grab a stick or something, right? In a real fight, it may happen. Okay, I always having him controlled with the legs. Okay, even if I'm not going to push him, just showing how to unbalance. I'm going to attack. I'm going to punch. I'm going to give a punch and try and kick whatever I can. Okay, if I want to pull him, I can pull this way. See, when he comes itself, I give the attack. Okay. So always I'm focusing on the center line. Can you see? So you have to focus on the center line always. Okay, see from here, you can hit here. There's a pressure point here. You can hit there, and you have to use the pointed knuckle, first two knuckle, okay, to punch. Okay, you don't use the whole knuckle to attack. So these are the points I wanted to explain. And this is not the whole concept of Filipino Kyushu. I just explained a little bit. It's too big. There are a lot of points to talk about. I'll put the slide. What are the principles are there in the Filipino Kyushu martial arts? And in my next video, I will explain some more. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll meet you in my next video. Please subscribe my channel, like my video, and share it to your friends. Bye bye from Guru Manikandan and Vishal.